welcome to The Spirit Safe. My name's Rob. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. Since I started the channel, I have reviewed whiskies from 29 different countries. Quite a feat. And for the 30th, I wanted to go completely off the map. This is Murree whiskey from Rawalpindi, Pakistan. Pakistan is not a country you would normally associate with whiskey production, with it having an overwhelmingly Muslim population, and alcohol is illegal for Muslims to consume or to possess in Pakistan. But they do have a small Sikh and Christian population, and this distillery, Murree, has been operating since the time of British rule in India, Pakistan. And they are still going today. It's illegal to take this out of Pakistan. I bought it from an auction and I paid a huge amount of money for it. Absolutely shocking. I've always wanted a bottle of Pakistani whiskey and I decided to push the boat out. I have not seen one since, and going back a long time in the archives of different auction houses, I can't see a bottle of Murree ever having been sold at auction before. The only way to get this, I think, would be to find a Christian or Sikh living in that part of Pakistan and have them buy it and then smuggle it out of Pakistan. But it's actually illegal for anybody to take alcohol out of Pakistan, Muslim or non-Muslim. So really a very rare find. But what's it like? Pakistani whiskey, bottled at 43% ABV. This is from the mid-90s. It's got a 1995 bottling date on it. I've just actually noticed quite a bit of sediment in the bottle. It's not got a cork, but there's sediment in the bottle, so something's gone a bit wrong. Anyway, it's got a wonky label as well. 375ml bottle. It's probably got some artificial colouring in it. As for chill filtration, I just don't know whether they had the ability to chill filter in the mid-90s in Pakistan. If they didn't, much the better. I won't tell you what I paid for this because I overpaid for it so egregiously. I'm just shocked how much I got into a bidding war with somebody. Okay, let's see what this is like then. You know, there's a freshness, a vibrancy that indicates a quality malt. This is a pot still malt, and there's an appley kind of vitality to it that suggests a quality product, a lively maltiness, some apples, red apples, apple peel, confectionery, strawberry, candy apple. The oak notes are a little thin, not brilliant, maybe a bit plasticky in the oak component. Bit of nail polish, definitely some sake. Light waxiness, suggesting that this might have a bit of body on the palate. Candied grapefruit peel, some instant coffee, a little bit of orange, sweet orange, chocolate, something quite papery or cardboardy. Sweet fragrance. Joss sticks, what do they call them? Incense. Really quite sweet on the palate. I mean, it's got a thinness that's a bit disappointing considering some of the waxiness that was on the nose. Light fruits and grains, some spice, some pleasant spice, and then actually a little bit rough towards the finish. Quite peppery, a bit of a solvent note going on there. Quite a lot of nondescript sweetness. You know, an adequate body for the 43% ABV, but not quite as full as you would like, given there's a bit more waxiness on the nose. Nice chocolate notes, nondescript fruit, spices. No, it's not bad. Just got a huge whack of potpourri. Okay, against my better judgment, because I've tried this already, I'm going to give it a little bit of water. Not much, because this drowns really quite easy. There you go, less than half a teaspoon. Really doesn't suit water at all. There is a very odd estery note of plastic that's been left out in very hot sun. You know, it sort of sweats a bit, gives off a funny chemical note. I don't hate it, but there is that odd plasticky note. There's a nice, is it a nice orange? There's an artificial orange. Orange soda type, like orange concentrate. Still the apples, elderberries maybe, some chocolate orange, bit of fresh mint, vanilla, but there's a sharp artificial apple scent, like an apple air freshener, that's just quite chemically and very vivid. And then under that there's a sort of general cardboardiness. The palate with water, initially it's fine if over sweet, and then it just descends really badly into a very cheap off sake rice wine. It does not suit water. There's also a nice, so it goes through sickly sweetness, then there's a nondescript citrus burst, the mouthfeel watery, and it's just riven, unfortunately, with burnt caramel. So unfortunately with water it really doesn't stand up. Finish peppery, basil, thyme, bitter chocolate, but pleasant, an off cinnamon note, grainy cereal type notes, spiced rum, peanut brittle, guava, and rose water floral notes. I'd say actually this is not a bad whiskey, really. I mean, there are worse out there. There really are. And this distillery, they don't have any competition, and yet they're making actually a fairly drinkable whiskey under very difficult conditions. They're constantly under threat of closure from the government in Pakistan, who doesn't want any alcohol sold in the country, really. It is drinkable, and if you're in Pakistan and you're picking this up for a couple of dollars, rather this than some, bathtub type illegally produced alcohol, it is a drinkable whiskey made in Pakistan. Let me know what you think. Anyone who's tried this, please let me know. I'm not aware of anyone else who's tried the Murree. I may be the only one in the English-speaking YouTube world that's actually tried it. I'd love to hear from anyone who has tried it, and stay tuned. I'll have some whiskey. They're getting harder and harder to find now. We've done 30 different countries, but I've got 2 more in my on my shelf to review next year. Unusual countries for whiskey. Not as unusual as Pakistan, but still promises to be interesting. Anyway, If you like international whiskies, you should be subscribed to the channel because I do quite a bit of it. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the review and look forward to seeing you again soon. Cheers.